Here we are again. New day. New Fallout experience. Oh, McCready. Good. Good. So, today I think we had a...
Well,
oh, good, Val.
Mr. Valentine. I thought you had forgotten about little me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Oh, that's a smooth line.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
It's good to see that you're walking again. Did you see the mechanic? Hey, lady. Hey, I'll meet you down there. I gotta talk to someone right here.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
Hey there.
Good neighbor's crazy. Thefts, murders, worse. Sometimes you just gotta escape a little to make it through the day.
The whole world's crazy.
No argument here. You ever listen to the Silver Shroud? That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
That sounds familiar.
You'd remember him if you heard his show. They're the best detective shows in the whole world. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun. I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
Sure, Kent. You have a plan, all right.
I know how it sounds. I've built my own custom machine gun. Even better than the one in the show.
Oh?
But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
I might do it, if you make it worth my while.
I can give you some caps up front. Just promise you'll help me.
I'll get the costume for you.
You're gonna do this? For real? Before the bombs fell,
Why not?
they were filming the Silver Shroud pilot over at Hubris Comics. So that's where you'll find it. You're the best.
I passed that place. Hey, we used to go, well, I don't know if that was you. That could have been Nick that was with me. Anyways. I missed something. There we go.
Hey, Valentine.
Let's go talk to Amari.
Sorry I left you
Dr.
broken.
Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
This one's all yours, Nick.
We need a memory dig, Amari.
I ain't
It's
that
not
smart.
gonna be easy. The perp, Kellogg, is already cold on the floor.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse. You don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Some expert you are. I knew this was a waste of time.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret
Amari
of the
sounds familiar
Commonwealth.
too.
You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
How much of the brain do you need exactly?
That is not an encouraging question. I suppose I'll have to make do with whatever you can find.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this
If
thing
you say
attached
so.
to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Oh yeah. get
Let's
the
get to the
science.
good part, Doc.
We plugged the brain implant into Mr. Valentine, assuming he's willing to take on the risks.
Hell, why not? Plenty of room in my head anyway.
We should try plugging you into a toaster next. Fresh toast.
It's nice to know that even when I'm about to have a foreign object shoved into my noggin, you
Better
find
that than
new
your rear.
horrible ways to laugh at my expense.
Whenever you're ready, Mr.
Aliens exist in this game.
If I start cackling like an
Ooh.
old grizzled mercenary,
Hell yeah.
There's a Gronark the Holotape Barbarian game?
pull me out, okay?
Hell yeah!
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking
Hey.
to me, Mr. Valentine.
Need something? Hope this helps.
A slight change in your cognitive functions.
Your thoughts?
could be bad.
Axe just to grind. Hell, I have a ton of them.
A lot of flashes.
Your thoughts?
Anytime you want me to carry some of that.
Ugh.
Can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I
That was it.
All right.
The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Okay.
Tell me you have a way past this, Doc.
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Sure. Sure. What's gonna
Any
happen?
idea what I'm gonna see?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
Cohesive, right, Okay,
Nick and I are gonna share a mind? Yeah, I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
If a smart mouth was all it took to solve problems, you would have found your son by now.
alright, damn,
no.
jeez.
You won't have to worry about
Don't need to
that.
have that kind of, I'm
The
trying to
only
make light of
memories
the
you'll access
situation.
are
It's
the
my
ones
son
in
who's
the
missing.
implant.
Alright. Let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, yeah,
See you on the other side.
sure. I guess I'll be in this one. Hey, Greedy. If anything happens, don't let him bury me in my good black suit.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming
What are you,
from the
furious or
transplant.
something?
It's degenerated, but it's there.
Go sit back down
We're
over
going to
there in the
load you
waiting
into
room.
The strongest memories we can find. They
Hey,
might not be stable.
creepo.
Just hold on.
All I see is white.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location. There. This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
oh, oh. Oh no. I don't think this is what the mind looks like.
Turn down the goddamn radio!
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but
Who's the voice actor this
she
guy?
loved
I'll
me
find out.
in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know.
If I had my
Not that.
internet, I could look it up.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. It doesn't matter now, though.
Huh.
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
Probably. And then I saw
What
this.
a joke.
People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
What's it mean, Mom? Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop sending you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Sounds like Clancy
Listen
Brown.
to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now. It's your job to protect us. Your father's
Let me see the pistol.
but you won't turn out like him.
That's
You're
not the
a good
pistol
boy.
you had before.
And all that on the
Looks like
radio.
it's-
All useless
Okay.
talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to
I have the
use it
gun that
if
you
you're
will
going to
have when you're
survive.
older.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy. This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
Yeah, obviously.
There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence.
Oh, is this where I started
There.
at? No?
Try that one.
No, pretty sure I came. Yeah, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what I do for getting ahead of myself.
It's gonna be fine. You'll see. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but
I'm pretty sure this is Clancy Brown.
you don't really believe
I'm
it.
about 90% sure.
Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever.
Or was that the dad?
It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like.
Oh, yeah. I don't think this is the dad.
We
looks
don't know
like
anybody
Clancy. I don't know. I don't know.
I was the
I don't
worst
know what I'm
thing that
talking
ever
about.
happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to give it a chance.
Yeah, it's not
Finally got
Kellogg.
steady work with a good outfit. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just...
I thought San Francisco was my chance to start fresh. I was the hot shit, the gunslinger from the hub, rolling into town with the world at my feet. Everybody knew I was the one who'd shot Valdez. And I could write my own ticket to any outfit in town. It all worked out pretty damn well. For a while.
Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. You don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen,
Oh, jeez.
it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and
There's your
Mary
pistol.
safe. I promise.
Now
I
you're
know.
growing up as the man I knew.
I'm sure we're gonna be really happy.
Kinda knew. Did I ever really
We are.
know you?
You'll see. That's okay. I got it.
Let's keep looking. I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
Ooh. Oh.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg? You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
Interesting. I can't even go into third person. It's like I don't exist here. I just perceive that I'm walking on this path, but I'm really not.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another. There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I don't remember much from that time. It all kinda blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you. And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it. So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
You mean we're getting older? Come on, let's get through this thing.
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So,
There we go.
you're with the Institute.
Now we're getting
I wanted to
closer.
see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think
balls
you
on this
fully
guy.
understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate. Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to
That
tell
would
us
have been cool
something.
if he had, like,
We're running
went
out
to
of
go
brain
put the
here.
gun in her face. She seemed pretty
Ah,
calm.
there's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Manual override
God
initiated.
damn it.
Cryogenic stasis suspended.
Vault computer.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. I guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
Computers are still working. That's good.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me. And I made sure they knew it.
Checking through the logs. Hopefully.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty...
Just find it. Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but, I never liked to. And yeah, I guess it did remind me of, her. Yeah, I'm a cold-hearted bastard for sure, but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive. Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller.
I was a soldier.
Even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here, baby.
No, I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean!
God damn it. Get the kid out of here. Let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis.
What the heck?
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple.
They're agents.
Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. Just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of... Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready
He's
to
got my
meet with
hair.
Sean.
Nice
Bye, Mr.
smoke
Kellogg.
hair.
I hope I see you again soon.
Goddamn teleporters.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Yeah, pull out. Quick. Alright, come on. What the? Oh.
Slow movements, okay?
This looks
I
promising.
don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Am I okay? Are you seeing anything bad?
Don't be alarmed, but I honestly don't know what to look for. As I said before, but your neural and physiological readings have returned to normal. From a medical standpoint, are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
There's more than one person who knows about the Institute. Virgil, that scientist who escaped.
I didn't know Institute scientists could defect. This changes everything. He could answer all sorts of questions.
Anyone could defect.
Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That can't be right. No one would risk going there, not even to hide.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
If we need to find Virgil, then I'm going after him.
If you're going to go, be prepared. You'll need some way to combat the radiation there. It's called the glowing sea for a reason.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And be safe. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Okay. Maybe I ought to get this up. Need to get smarter. Nick? Oh, there you are.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
You want to try for round 2? Let's go!
What? What are you talking about?
You feeling all right, Nick?
Yeah, I'm fine. Why?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Mari said there might be some mnemonic
He kind of went over the
impressions
top
left
when I
over.
clicked on sarcastic.
Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
I could head back
yeah.
to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Radaway you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
Excuse me.
There you are. Almost thought you forgot about me.
I just want to trade a few things.
Oh, I see. All I'm good for is hauling your crap.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's right. You can keep all that stuff.
The Commonwealth can take a real toll on you if you let it. Seen this place
God.
make monsters out of men.
I've been locked out of so many computers without you, buddy.
Hey.
What's the... something up?
Your thoughts?
We'll make something out of the Commonwealth yet.
Is everything all right between us?
guess things are all right. I just want to make things right for people out here. My hope is you feel the same.
Just wanted to check in. See how you feel, things.
Hard to say. You know, some folks are just out for themselves. Some want to help those in need. Jury's still out which camp you're in.
Whew.
That's all.
Got it.
I am in it just for myself, though. And my son. Everything I do is for my son. My baby boy. Well, that whole thing was a little ride in of itself.
Good neighbor. Lowest place in the Commonwealth. Everything not nailed down rolls through here at some point.
We'll do that later. This is still a thing that I've got to do for your detective thing. I want to do that while I got you. Be my partner in crime solving. So we can go do that before we come over here. Oh. I see. And then I've already been here. So, we're gonna do this, then we're gonna go leave. Bye, Virgil. But let's do all the detective stuff right now, you know? Alright, and now we'll just save here. And we'll continue on with this next time. Because that whole... creepy. But that whole memory don't... Yeah, you're an odd duck. Oh, Jack Cabot about the artifact? You... Dang, we should go talk to Jack Cabot about that artifact. Good, good. Let's save. And then we'll go do this detective thing. And then we'll go with Jack Cabot.